So this morning I'm going to share with you something that I believe that I had just learned or got a better grasp of. And I want to remind you, I am not your preacher, I am not your teacher, I am not your rabbi. This is just my scripture study that I'm sharing with you, the public. Why would I do that? Because if I learn something in scripture that is not known in the rest of the world, and I go and hide it and keep it to myself, what does that make me? Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to share it with the world, and ridicule me if you want to. I don't care. That none of that concerns me. I have often talked about the sixth shofar sound, what it means, and all of that, and have not quite got my mind wrapped around the fifth shofar sound, but I think I have now got it. So I'm going to go ahead and first this article. This article from NDTV World. After dead hand threat, Trump moves 2 nuclear submarines near Russia. The dead hand, known as Perimeter, is a Cold War automatic or semi-automatic nuclear weapons control system that could launch a nuclear counterstrike even if the country's leadership had been wiped out. Now, obviously, this is foolish, but those of you who've been watching my videos, you know that the same country that wears the ribbon of St. George on their Yars mobile ICBMs, as described in Revelation 9, is the same country that has this dead hand system. It's like AI before AI came out. U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday has ordered 2 nuclear submarines be positioned in appropriate regions after comments made by former Russia President Dmitry Medvedev. I have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in that appropriate regions, just in case those foolish inflammatory statements are more than just that, Trump said in social media posts. He added that he ordered submarines as words are very important and can often lead to unintended consequences. I hope this will not be one of those instances. Okay. Medvedev, who currently serves as the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, has written in the post in Telegram, as for the talk of the dead economies of India and Russia and entering dangerous territory, maybe he should recall his favorite movies about the Walking Dead and also remember how dangerous the so-called dead hand, which doesn't even exist, could be. Now, yes, it does exist. Folks, if Vladimir Putin dies, this guy is probably the one who's going to end up being president of Russia. But what I want to cover today is, what is it? Revelation. Is it Revelations? I'm going to go to Revelation 9. I'm going to Revelation 6 because I have mentioned many times in the past that I believe that the 7 seals and the 7 shofar sounds run concurrently, kind of concurrently, but that the 7 last plagues are in the 7th trumpet sound, which means it doesn't run concurrently. Lord, you understand what I'm saying. So the 5th messenger sounded, and I saw a star. But is it one? Is that singular? Let's go to Revelation 6. And I beheld, and when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. And the sun became as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth. Is that the same word? Yes, it is. Is that singular or plural? Well, it's obviously plural because it says, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs, that is shaken with a mighty wind. So that's most definitely plural. When you go back here, is this plural or not? Same word. Let's look at it. Aster. It's either plural or singular. Is it plural or is it singular? Now, we have learned that the two witnesses arrive on the scene about a year, a month, and a day after all this nuclear launches occur. But why do these nuclear launches occur? Remember perimeter? Remember who has perimeter? The dead hand. Russia. Remember who has the ribbon of St. George on their mobile ICBM launchers? Russia. Remember, you have the on their breastplates, fire, red, jacinth, and brimstone. I've gone over. You can look at the sides of the ICBM launchers, the Yars ICBM launchers, and you will see that, and that on the side, on the breastplate, as it says. It's not hard to understand, okay? So what would cause this dead hand to occur? Well, they say a nuclear attack, or if nobody was alive, it would still if nobody was alive in their military complex, it would still launch. That's the idea. Okay? So what I am suggesting to all of you today is this happens right here because now it says right here, the fifth messenger sounded, and I saw Aster. Is it singular or is it plural? Fall from heaven unto the earth. This is the same thing that it says right here. Aster of heaven fell unto the earth. That's what it says. Now, and so while all these stars or meteors fall from the sky, obviously, some of them or one of them strikes the Abyssos. Abyssos is the Mediterranean Sea, folks. Those of you who know your Greek, you know that's what it means. And he opened, or it doesn't say he opened, and it doesn't say to him, it says autos, to it. Autos can mean he, she, or it. So a meteor is an it, not a he or a she. Got it? And it opened the abyssos, and there arose a smoke. Kapnos. That's definitely smoke. But if it strikes into the sea, it's going to most definitely also release steam, vapor. Actually, vapor. Well, anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent here. I want to stay focused here. And the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke. Let's go here. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. This all happens at the same time. You know it will cause a great earthquake. Of course it will. So it appears, remember folks, just before the sixth seal, you have an introduction of what is to be the two witnesses. This is in other words, okay, so right here it says, when I opened up the fifth seal, I saw under the altars the souls of them that were slain for the word of not God, but Yehovah, and for the testimony of which they held. They cried with a loud voice, how long? Yehovah Kodesh and true, do you not judge and avenge our blood upon them that dwell on the earth? And white kittles were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest a little season, a short time. Until their fellow servants and also their brethren should be killed. Who are their brethren and their fellow servants? The two martyrs that I spoke of in several videos, the last few videos. Them, it's them. This is telling the world that two prophets are going to arise. So this right here, folks, is a part of this, as we have just both learned. Now, so it says, and there came out of, or out from, that could mean after the smoke, or because of the smoke, locusts upon the earth. And as we discussed this before, this does appear to be helicopters, because it was commanded, it was locusts upon the earth, and it was given unto them power as scorpions. Well, locusts are not scorpions. So they fly like locusts, but they look like scorpions. They don't eat green things. And it was commanded that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green things, because, believe me, the meteorites have already done that. They're trying to contain something, folks. Neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yehovah in their foreheads. That would be the Gentiles, not the people in Israel. And to them it was given that they should not kill, but that they should be tormented 5 months, as the torment was as a torment of a scorpion. And that, friends, look, you can Google it. The scorpion sting is a I can't remember what it is, what you call it now. It's a nerve agent. Look it up. Just Google scorpion sting as a nerve agent, and that's exactly what they will tell you it is. You do not know what these governments have stockpiled. Why would they do this? Why would they go out and spray people with nerve agent? In those days men shall seek death and shall not find it, and desire to die, and death shall... Why? Why? Because, folks, let me help you out here. There will be looting and pillaging. There will be riots in the streets. People will go crazy, once and the after, beforehand. They're going to be crawling in the rocks and but then they're going to start looting. Okay? And they have a king over them, which is the messenger of Abyssos. It is the, look here, messenger of the Abyssos. Christ of the abyss. So these are Christians. All right, that should tell you something. Refers to a bronze statue, Jesus Christ submerged into the sea. Is the original is located in the Mediterranean Sea near Genoa, Italy. Mediterranean Sea is the Abyssos. Now, and this right here spells, this also points to the fact that Yehovah and Yehoshua have now descended to a point. They now see him. They haven't descended. They might be over the mountain, the one over there in Nazareth. Tabor. It might be on top of Mount Tabor, because that's where the two witnesses, the two martyrs, are going to go to get their instruction as per the Transfiguration vision. Moshe and Aliyah. So, this incident right here, that one and this one, I believe occur at the same time. And I also believe that is what is going to cause Russia's dead hand to release the nuclear weapons that happen after that. This situation right here only lasts 5 months. Remember, when the United States put an oil embargo on Japan, it took 5 months for Japan to retaliate. Okay? Now I want to go to Zechariah 4. This is very, very important. And I think I'll be done after this. Zechariah 14. So, this is very, very important. And what I want everybody to do is take what I'm telling you into consideration today. Make sure that you have at least at least over 2 years of supply, food supply, clothing supply, because when this thing happens, it's going to be a hot mess. I'm telling you. 14, and go to the Strong's Concordance. Now, in verse 12, and it shall be the blow wherewith not the Lord, but Yehovah will smite all the people that have ever fought against Jerusalem, that is, Rome, the Roman Empire. Their flesh shall consume away while they are standing on their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth, because in that day a great tumult from Yehovah shall be among them. What tumult is that? You just read the tumult that's going to cause the great nuclear exchange, or I should say blow, to the west by the Russians.